You're tuned in to the one-on-one show with Dr. Lucita.
Welcome to the one.
One-on-one with Dr. Lucida, the show that airs every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. You know, things always happened. So we apologize for 13 minutes? But we have a great show getting ready to happen for you. It's a guest that you all know, a guest that I admire, a guest that have so much in common with, and I can't wait to see what this conversation is going to be about. So I would like for you guys to take a moment, share the live, go call your friends, tell your friends, one-on-one story time with Dr. Lucida is here. Because you know, there's a reason why we create one-on-one. We create one-on-one to leave a legacy to our younger generations, because my guest was not the person she is today. I was not the person that I am today. So for that reason, one-on-one is created to our younger self. So take a break, be right back with our guest. Okay. Well, we did not take a break. Hello, guest. How you doing?
Hello, Dr. Lucida. I'm doing super well, fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm well.
You well? Did the people
Yes.
get a chance to share the live? Do you know?
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so?
The
My
break was
producer is
so
like,
quick.
my producer is like, look, let's get this show running. No
Yes.
break. But I couldn't wait for this. This was 3 months in the making.
Yes. 3 months.
3 months. And people haven't seen you around.
Wow. I was missed.
You were missed. You were missed. I'm sure everybody cannot wait to see what one-on-one is like today.
Can wait.
You can't wait, right? So tell us, what's your name? Who are you?
My name is Betty Fortunat. That you all know me by that, right? So who is Betty Fortunat? That's the question, right? I'm supposed to answer that? Okay, wow. Okay. So Betty Fortunat is a woman. It's a lady who was born in Haiti. It was a bright Monday. It was the hottest day of the year. It was in the middle of the month of August.
Wow.
And it was
So
over
you're an August
100
baby.
degree. I'm a Leo, pure Leo.
Uh-huh.
And it was, like I said, over 100 degree. And it was around noon, 12:03 to be more precise,
How do you know all this?
because I'm Betty. And
Okay,
it
I'm in for a
was,
treat today.
then it was at the hospital known as the Université d'État d'Haïti, known as the Hôpital Général,
Okay.
that the beautiful baby was born, baby girl. And I was about 10 pounds.
Ooh,
Heavy,
heavy baby.
beautiful.
So your mom didn't push you.
She did, she did.
She pushed a 10-pound
Yes, that shows strength. Yeah, she doesn't play. So that's where the baby girl known as Betty now was born. But at first, there was a conflict. There was a fight between naming me Marie-Eve or Betty. Albert, where Betty derives from. So I guess my
Oh,
dad's
Albert.
side, my
Okay.
dad's side won the battle, where now I am Betty.
Okay.
But my mom, she's from Okai, which is the south part of Haiti, Sud, and precisely in the commune of Saint-Jean-du-Sud, where my grandmother was born and raised also, where my grandmother, which is Clément Boulet, she married her husband who was mixed with some French in his blood. So my dad was born in Jérémie, which is the Grandance part of the country. And my grandmother and father on my dad's side were also born and raised in Jérémie. They had a lot of grandes habitations, des grands dômes, grand pile terre dans pays, m'pa bêtise avec, okay? So, and then from that, yes. So the south, half of Abricot, c'est pour moi, c'est pour grands-parents. We can back on là but we have a lot of land in the mountains, a lot of cafe, yum, gros jardin. We own because my grandfather was wealthy. So that means I am the product of the Grand Sud, Grand South, because the Grandance and Sud combine, they both part of the Grand South. So that's who, I am from the South in particular. I was, born, and I grew up in Haiti, Port-au-Prince in particular, going back and forth, Okai, often, surtout Okai. I go Okai for my vacation to see my grandparents with my mom, and we used to live in Delmasis, where barbecue now is the king. Ooh. That was my neighborhood quartier, pretty much. So I grew up there, and kindergarten was not too far from my home. The name of the school was Papillon Léger. I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh, wow. I went to Papillon Léger for kindergarten. And after that, I attended Sainte Trinité for my, what they call here, elementary school. Oh, okay. Elementary and middle combined. Okay. So that's a great school. If you know Sainte Trinité, you know that's the only orchestra they have in Haiti, period. So that's where I learned to play violin. I'm a violinist. Just like yes, play violin. And then after that, it was time to go to high school. And my dad was already left the country, but then it was me and my mom living together. And I wanted to go to Collège Saint-Pierre to follow my friends. But my dad, all the way in New Jersey, said, no boys. You're going to go to an all-female school. That's how I ended up at CCF, Collège Classique Féminin, where I really spent my high school years from 6e secondaire to philo. Voilà, c'est un peu en gros who, like at the beginning of the Coach Betty you see today.
Coach Betty, you you just went and you gave me like a summary of yourself. But now I love how you describe you from the South. So tell me about that lifestyle. So you just give me a global part of your life. You just give me a map. Now tell me how it was. Describe to me growing up. How was parenting? Are you the only child? Do you have any brothers and sisters? Okay. What was school like? Take us. I know you're a storyteller.
Yes,
Just give us
absolutely.
Take us into a story journal.
Yes. So as far as family, I have an interesting side of it because I am at the same time the oldest and the youngest of my family. So on my dad's side, I'm the oldest. I was his first baby. On my mom's side, I'm the youngest. I'm her last baby.
See, I want to know.
So I'm the first. Look. I am Alpha and Omega. Just kidding.
So no, I would love to know. So your mom met your. Can you describe it for me? My head cannot comprehend it. I'm sorry.
Oh well.
So first,
I'm that complicated.
No, first and last. Can you please explain
it? My dad. I'm the first baby. So my dad. I'm the first child.
Of your dad.
Yes, my dad has 4 children.
So your dad didn't have kids?
No, prior my mom.
Prior to your mom. But your mom was already.
Yes, my mom had kids prior.
She
yeah.
had
yes.
Kids
correct.
Okay, so I couldn't do the math in my head like that.
So on my mom's side, I have older brother, and on my dad's side, I'm the queen. I'm the oldest. They do what I said.
How many kids your dad have?
4.
4 boys.
2 boys and then 1 girl.
I've never seen you with sisters or brother. I thought you were the only child.
Oh, I wish I was. No.
No?
No. My brother, I have 2 brothers. We all were here to begin with. We moved to Atlanta, but I guess we followed our path. My sister, she's currently in California. She is a cardiologist. She did for internship at California Hospital.
Okay.
She's supposed to be done this year, and to really be like a real cardiologist on her own.
Oh, nice.
So she decided if she wants to stay there, if she come back to Atlanta to have her own practice
Okay.
and or clinic. And my brother, he sells medical sales equipment. It's
Okay.
just selling it's a sales practice.
Pharmaceutical.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Industry is very successful. He's been in California. He moved
So
there.
everybody's in California.
He just moved there because he had a great job offer that pays him a lot of coins and he couldn't resist. And he packed up his family and leave and now he's in California. But his
Wow.
house still here in Atlanta where we're managing the house for him, rental and stuff like that. But he's gonna come back from what he said after he piled up so much coins. But
Okay.
he's over there now and my other brother is here with me.
Okay.
And my mom's side, my brother's in Florida.
So you have your mom have one more after you.
Yes.
So okay, so you have a very big family. So now I'm going back to Betty in Haiti.
Yes.
Because I would love to know your lifestyle there. Can you describe it a little bit for us?
Yeah, it was very interesting because my dad, when I was born, like I said, I was the first, on my dad's side, the first baby. But my dad was living with somebody else, not with my mom. So I guess my dad also was a military. He was like a captain Palais National. So he was like a strong man, strict, disciplined, all of that. And that's why he decided to raise me. He said, well, I'm going to raise my daughter and stuff like that. So he decided to take me with him. So I grew up with my dad, partially. So by the age, I don't remember if I was 1 or 2. So I was with him until I went to, I think until he left the country. So I went back to my mom. So, but my early years was my dad.
Okay, so you're a daddy girl.
Yes, I'm a daddy girl. Yes, yes.
That is so cool because I'm a dad girl. I grew up with my father
Okay.
as well. So my early years was my dad. My later years was my mother. Because,
Same.
when they traveled, we were in a dynamic in Haiti. So you were in school. Were you always, what kind of student were you?
It was.
Because remember, we want to leave a legacy to our younger generation.
Absolutely,
So I'm trying to
absolutely.
see how life was for you in Haiti. Was it easy? Was it hard? Was there good kids? Just describe that for me.
Yeah,
You growing up in Haiti.
I was a good kid. I was always quiet, reserved. Sometimes I am that still today. Reserved, quiet, introvert. I was never like the troubled kid. I never get in trouble. I was smart. In fact, that's the only thing I think that sometimes my classmates, will use me for help, for homework and math. And I loved literatures. I love like Haitian, Française. I always like letters and stuff like that. So I was pretty smart, in school.
From the time you
From
can
them, I
remember?
don't think it was in high school mainly, but I mean at an early age, first grade, second grade, I don't know because I think I had some lady in my school who used to work with me after I was bum leçon. So I don't know. Does that mean I was not too brilliant because I had to take some lessons in like primaire. So yeah, I remember that, and also I had on my dad's side a cousin who used to coach me on certain subjects. So I believe that I was, not an A student at that age, but that's in secondary level. I was on my own, teenagers, and taking my own decisions, know what I wanted. So I took my, my future in charge in hands, and I was pretty brilliant, study and do the work, and it was pretty okay.
So in class, was school hard? How was that?
It wasn't hard because I was pretty, I didn't have any other thing. I didn't have a social life. There was no Facebook by then. We had no cell phone back then. It was school. It was l'église de Lakai. So there was no rooms for any distractions really because, it was pretty focused. And there was nothing else. I'll stick with the I'll jouer and then continue poupée, put the sum. That was pretty much it. So it was not something that it was hard to accomplish because there was not too many things to do, like distractions wise. So it was not a difficult thing. School was pretty easy for me. Pas double class, pas double pièce class. Still classroom passé you with flying colors. Yeah, so I'm graduate CCF dans philo, I was 17.
Oh, so you graduated early.
17 years old.
Okay. Would you like to share lifestyle in Haiti? Ou te kon sorti? Ou There was no fun. I mean, tell me about, were you
No.
bullied?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
there?
yeah, I was bullied because remember I said the first part of my years I was with my dad. My dad had a steady home and a family that he built with his wife and stuff like that. But when he left the country, and remember the year, so then I had to go back and live with my mom. My mom was a different story. She was not, she didn't have the home my dad had. She didn't have the comfort that I had with my dad. So I think it was a downgrade in a way. And that kind of
Can you
creates.
describe that? So, meaning you were living in Port-au-Prince,
Yeah, still in Port-au-Prince, still the same neighborhood.
Delmasis.
Yeah, it's like living. It's like you were. I mean, I was living to give you like maybe a real picture. So I was with my dad. I was living with a 4-bedroom home, like 2 stories. I have my room. My mom had a 1-studio apartment.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
So
So
your
I didn't
mom,
have
so
the
you had to
room.
go back to your mom.
Correct.
So now describe that. Did you have to change school? Did you have
No.
So it was the same school. You étais
Yeah.
toujours, they were always close.
And then in Haiti, there is no like territory school. There is no school. I mean, I wasn't too far. They were not too far apart anyway. But even though they were far, school won't matter really because it doesn't matter what l'école même côté. It's not like you see it again school by territory. So it's not the same in Haiti. So in my area that I know. So when I grew up, so it wasn't the same. So where I stayed, I remember my dad moved to Stem Militaire at some point, but I was still say the same school. I didn't change school because of where I lived. So that wasn't like a factor, on the school that I go to. So I never changed school. I went to 3 schools, Papillon Léger, Saint Trinité, CCF. So kindergarten, 1 school, primaire, then secondaire. I did 3 schools.
Okay. No boyfriends. How was that?
No, because I didn't know. I was no primaire, no. But
I'm just trying to see how Haiti was for you, Betty.
I mean, I'm
Before
telling
we
you how it is.
transition to the good stuff. So, I remember things from Haiti.
For me, in primaire, pas de gain, papa m'était là, my ménage, my dad was there, but my dad
Was it
left.
strict? Was it? I mean,
Yeah, I'm just strict.
give us a picture.
They just
what
got
to
those
expect.
seulement pipi sous because it was that mean, like the look. They just got though like, oh my God. So I know you're in trouble. So the woman's like, parlez pas pour vous. Oh my God, please don't. You don't want to be in trouble. So my dad was like ready to come see level. He was a very strict man, very disciplined, and he not play. So depuis moun tout est peur dans quartier, il a une réputation de.
Was he a Makout?
Non, il pas de Makout. Non, il était dans le palais, il pas de
Oh,
Makout.
okay, so you worked at the palais.
Yeah, son
so that means.
capitaine. So tout le monde connaît.
So it was part of Makout.
Well,
Like.
I don't know.
I mean, because o capitaine en bas at that time was
Bon,
it?
je peux te aller.
Oh, okay.
Ça a été, c'était soit avril, tout, c'est
Okay.
race avril,
So
mon
the
taille.
democracy was already.
Yeah, already gone. Ma time pas là encore. So
So
j'étais
your life had to be beautiful if your dad worked
Yeah,
in the
toujours allé dans
palais.
le palais, à manger dans
So
le
you used to go
palais.
to the palais. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was, I mean, okay, mal manger. Manger
Dis,
était
okay,
bon,
but
manger
how
était
am I
bon.
gonna- It's just like me going to White House here. It was
No.
tell us give me un bagay m'te ka imaginer parce que m'pa jamais dans White House Haiti.
Okay.
Et vin wè comme si qu'on a l'écraser, m'pa konn si n'a jamais gen encore.
Oh, Lord.
Qui sort de ka di un monde de expérience ça?
Bon, je suis toujours à la cafétéria, et là, on m'aime, papa m'a toujours dit, comment mal manger. That was my experience there. I didn't go to the fancy rooms and stuff like that, but it was really for the food. So, toujours à manger là, de très souvent avec lui. C'est ça que me songe comme mémoire. Et puis, il était en chambre tout, de qu'on la laden, des fois, qu'on binem laden. But that's the only thing I remember from the White House. But I mean, mon quartier, tout était papam. Parce que moi-même, depuis pas passer, c'est like, everybody had to be straight. So nobody will, dare to look at me.
Ouais, parce que le travail, non, White House, ou ka.
Yeah, exactement. So machine la police toujours passe, puis passe, toujours bien mauvais, zam ni bon côté. So petit, monsieur ça, c'est like, c'est un biblo, c'est gadel, c'est shh, nothing else.
So it's a faux joint là.
So non, pas, mais il vient parti, qu'on y a, like, c'est qu'à chasse pas la rate pour un caille. Quand il arrive une partie sur avril, il était quitté pays ensemble avec avril, in fact, that's at the same time. And
So c'est le yo te déchouqué avec.
ça
So
était-
il a crasé caille, boule
bon, ça va
bagay.
comme ça, et puis il était en attachement spécial avec avril, c'est dans la même époque là, ils partis ensemble, et ils quitté pays dans la même époque, causé avril là.
Okay.
So then after that, ma jeune maman, boss maman dit, bah, petit à belle-mère, so il là, so forget
But
it.
avant nous jump to maman, Gan pil ti moun ki di belle-mère toujou fè yo passe misère and all this stuff. How was your experience living with your
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law? I was trying to find the word in
My
English.
no, yeah, I mean not my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law,
Your
my
stepmom.
stepmom, my
Yes.
stepmom.
I
Can
was
you
like,
tell
I
you're
don't think it's
correct?
mother-in-law.
Yeah, my stepmom. It was. I mean, she wasn't not mean. Back at the mean, but I guess she had her own things going on because I remember when I was living with her, she couldn't have kids. That was one of the things that, for her to take care of her kids that wasn't hers and she couldn't have any. That was a burden on her. And sometimes her frustration, you know what I mean, could transpire, could be seen in different ways. But she was a church lady, so she wasn't bad at all. Because I guess of a Christian background, but then she was still. I could feel her frustration, because of she couldn't have no kids. So she got a son, my youngest brother now, who's the sales medical,
The pharmaceutical
yeah. So
person.
he came very late. I remember when he was born, or when my stepmom was pregnant with him, and then I remember when my brother was born, I was trying to babysit him, feed him ballet, my mix. I'm not going to manger now. So my stepmom couldn't bat when he said, "Officier, manger that Simon now, so you can't bat me pour manger let my mix." So I used to be in trouble for that.
How old were you? What's the difference in age? Pou mka wè ki la jou tap vole let la.
It was, I think we are 8 years apart.
Okay.
So
You were 8
I'm
years old,
maybe
stealing
eight, nine, yeah,
Stealing milk.
milk. Yeah,
Wow.
my mix was very good. My
I don't even know what it looks like. Because, I grew up here.
Yeah, my mix. So that was good. I'm toujours I like it. My own, but going to fail toujours. But my mix was the best milk.
Your brother had no chance.
I know chance. So my stepmom used to, te battre mes poussins, and then also you can faire manger les bon, tout le monde peut manger. But we can see one, and then my dad comes home. So like, Betty, come here, Betty. Then she starts to Germany. Manger là encore. She was hot. Oh my God, she give me that look. Pas mal. Les bouconnets, il faut pas champlain. Tu fais ça. Manger, monsieur. On fait ça pour manger. Pas qu'on dit non. Oh, I heard it all. I'm not that. I had to go back to the lesson. So that's the only thing, which she didn't like when I do that.
But
so.
it wasn't your fault. It's your dad that was giving you the food.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But you could have said no to it.
Yeah, she said, "Well, you already had your plate. Why you just say no? You fool." But I was never fool. So when she offered me, I ate half. Whatever he gave me, I took it.
Wow.
So that was.
So can you tell you his favorite, or you don't want to say that?
I mean, legume. I mean, my dad used to love legume and peel. Or if have a crab. The father for legume now, the papa crab, the crab papa. But I'm like, no worry, I'm gonna eat them all. But my dad gets.
Don't worry. You don't have to put it on my
That's
plate.
right.
All I have to do is wait for daddy to come. I'm good.
Exactly. So when dad come home,
So you were spoiled. You would say that you were a spoiled
yeah,
child.
but she didn't like that. As a wife, she said that she tried to spoil her husband with the best food. Then he's a daughter,
The stepdaughter.
the stepdaughter.
At that. It's not even her child.
Exactly,
Yes.
eating the best
He's
of the
doing the
best.
best,
And
yes.
she was like, always hot when that happened. But now, looking back, she's here now. We
Okay.
talked about it. So you remember? So we have a cool relationship. She's
that's
here living
great.
with my brother now. Yeah, she's here
That's
with
very
us.
nice.
Yeah, so.
So that make for a dynamic and great storytelling.
Yes.
So what stories can you share before we transition? So if you had to look at the younger Betty, what would you say to that younger Betty living in Haiti? What would you tell yourself? Do you ever think back about your life in Haiti and you
Of
said
course.
what would you have done differently?
Of course, a lot of things had happened because when I went to my mom, now that's when my dad was gone, and my mom used to live in a studio that she rented from someone who had a big house, like was a 2 or 3 story home, but she was in the basement, but the family, the homeowners, they had I think the lady, she had 2 kids, so she had a boy and a girl, and the girl was same age, maybe 2-3 years older than me, the girl was, and then we kind of like, but I don't know what happened to her, but she was in the same grade with me, so somehow I used to help her with homework, and we used to do certain things school-wise together, but for some reason, she always felt like I wasn't to her at her level because I was renting for my mom, so I was never good enough to be part of the social life that she had with her friends.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I remember even in the neighborhood when I moved back, and then I wasn't like in a home, like like a separate home like everybody else. So I was kind of disregarded. I think I was always by myself when they all like I remember Christmas time, they up to 3 or 4 of them they used to go to Sean Mass. They invite me because I wasn't good
How old
enough.
were you?
Maybe 13, 14 and stuff like that. So I wasn't good enough. So they didn't want to friend me because I wasn't, socially equal to them in a way.
You?
Yeah, because I was renting from my mom. My mom used to sell rice. She had a business. She had a rice and you could run
My mom sells soulier.
Louis and everything, and then start to survive because my dad came here, so he had to send money to different people. But again, he support me the best way he could.
Yes.
Not necessarily every month, but whenever at the beginning, whenever he could send something. So I think that kind of like I wasn't like the one that deserve their relationship in a way. So that was a bullet right there. But when time they need homework done, Betty, can you come and help me? Betty, I need a question. Maybe I need. So I always wanted the homework time.
Wow.
When it's the fun time, I wasn't part of that.
How did you feel about that? Did you notice that, or you notice that now?
Oh no, I
Going
always noticed that.
You
That's
always
why
noticed-
I wasn't never their friend. Even though that was so bad that I remember. I mean, when I was maybe 16, 17, when Hensley come to the picture, because I was in CCF, and she
Wait,
was this filming across the street because the
Wait,
school.
you're going too fast. Going too fast.
No, they just started mentioning them that they were telling Hensley, "Oh, she's not the girl you think she is. She's poor. Why? What do you see in her? She's just maybe she may be smart, but she's not. We are better."
But
They
you
told
were very
Hensley.
pretty.
Yeah, but they just say she's pretty but poor.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So you
So-
once you pretty, if you don't have money, they don't
Correct.
regard you. You don't fit the
Don't
social.
fit the social exactly
Wow.
because she I remember I want to say her name but she got a house and my mom was renting from my mom and the other girl no she's in Canada she had my mom had a house and the other girl also they all had their own they were living at their home they were like home owners and I was the only one renting.
Parce que pas de kay.
Correct.
So, but bombardé.
You say about again Kai, but the thing is when they need help with homework, no na baccalauréat, so I was the coach there, I was the one helping. De touche un tableau, a fait chimie, a fait mathématiques, a fait physique, a fait trigonometry, a expliquer this is how we do things. So I was there for that part. They always come to me. They seulement quand dans un terme de lauréat na bac na reto de lauréat. So c'est seulement les connaît seulement les connaît back, nothing else.
Wow.
So that was something that until today that's why I'm not close to them now because it's kind of like awkward relationships.
Yes.
I don't remember how you treated me when I was growing up.
Yes.
And now when my dad passed, they call me. They here in New Jersey,
Oh, your
California.
dad passed?
My dad passed,
I did not know
years
that.
ago, yes. So
Sorry for your loss.
thank you. So so they call me to say condolences and I said thank you, but I never. And then on Facebook, they used to like my post and comment. So my God, you look at who you do now. Look at this, they're shocked and we're trying to get friendship.
enter.
It's too late. I don't want no friendship now.
Oh.
It wasn't there. I mean,
If you had something to tell them, that's something we do in one-on-one.
I feel like
good or bad, good or bad.
No, what I'm saying is, the time where I needed the friendship, it wasn't there. So now, why now? I'm the same Betty that, I didn't change. Maybe I have a home now, but but I don't want the friendship now. So we just kept it professional or simple and kept moving. But we don't go into anything deep.
So if you had something to tell them, if you had to go back in time, tell them something that you would want to tell them.
Well,
Because remember, we're leaving a legacy. If a younger Betty is watching this show today and going to the same thing, what would you want that younger Betty to tell them today? for any kids.
Stay confident. The biggest revenge to me is really to sharpen your skills and then prove them that you can become something bigger and better. So that's what I did. So I always focused on me and on my skill. Even these ladies, I can see even from when I was in Haiti. So after I graduated from high school, I went to prendre deux trois classes avant d'aller à l'université. I got the communication degree. 2 years as a journalist.
Oh, wow.
Fait 2 ans communication, yep. Je travaille à Radio Maxima, je travaille à Radio Planète FM, je fais émission, and then après ça, je prends flight attendant at BOE, Business Institute West Indies.
Wait a minute.
So
get the camera back on me. I don't understand this.
So that's to tell you, so I've done these things, and then after that I went to UP, Université de Port-au-Prince, commencé accounting. J'ai fini, fait 2 ans. Et puis, and after that I went to work at the bank, and guess who gave them all jobs? It was me. Because I was at the bank, and now, I was, in a position to help them get in.
So
with no friendship, but I'm just saying that sometimes that's the biggest reason. I will tell my younger self right now to do the same thing, to keep on focus on you, better you every day, improve your skills, stay confident, and then they will need you one day, because it's not about what you own. Your value is not in your bank. It's not in what you own. Your value is what is in your head. So they cannot take that away from you. No one can take your knowledge, your skills can take that away from you. So what you own, you can lose that tomorrow. You can lose every penny you own.
So did that shape you in a way, having that experience where you noticed that people were using you at a younger age? What did that do for you? Like, is it what motivates you to be the Betty that we are looking today?
It was a motivation always, because sometimes you're looking for friendship, acceptance in people that are around you, and you feel like, oh my God, I want to, because as a young girl, I remember I cried to maman me permanent, because one of them had permanent. And I didn't have it. I cried, I want permanent. I was crying. My mom said, nope, you're too young. I want no permanent. So because I saw it, I wanted it. You know what I mean? So we always want to be accepted, want to be like them, like the people we admire. That's a normal desire when you're young. Some grown adults are still like that. So you want to be like people you admire. You want to be accepted with your with your friends. So it's a feeling that we all sometimes experience, that we need to kind of be careful.
One level, one way or another.
Exactly.
We always want what we cannot have, right?
Exactly.
Because we see it, we assume that it would be good for us, but sometimes our parents know best, right?
Exactly.
You probably had beautiful hair, you probably had all the stuff that you needed, but because you saw that you wanted, you didn't know what it was going to do to you.
Exactly, but I wanted it, and but I feel like, like I said, for my younger self, the young people watching us today, always count on what is in your head. Always count on, that's your biggest asset, that's your value, because no one can take that away from you. So whenever people dismiss you, block you, don't friend you, unfriend you, don't worry about that. Work on yourself and become that person they wish they had on their corner one day. And that's exactly what happened, with me, because now because even in Haiti, before I came to the U.S., I helped them get jobs. I had their husband get jobs, without, thinking anything, back. I was always kind and help, give them the help that I could give them at that time, but without anything, holding anything back against them. But that's what I'm saying.
That's very big of you, because some people would hold that as a grudge and be like, why should I help you? You didn't help me. Why would I even put my time and effort? But your heart, the person that you are, probably, helped you to say, no, it's a revenge. Let me help, so they know that one day when they look back, the person they didn't take for nothing is that same person that was there for them. That's huge. That's big.
It is very
so now
important.
we're going to go to the older, because I think we just spent a lot of time in your childhood in Haiti, who you were. And thank you for sharing, because that's probably very intimate to you, that people don't know what you went through at a younger age. So now we're going to your 17 years old. When did coming to United States take effect? Was it something that was being thought about? You always knew that you were going to come to the U.S., or is it something that you had to go because something happened? Tell us about that.
Well, my dad was here, like I said, since I was wrapping up my elementary school. So again, papier, you have to get his papers here. Then he filed for us. We were in Haiti, all four of us. So the application for residence, but these things take forever. Jesus, oh Lord, I don't know how many years. Every time, nothing. I don't know why it wasn't the season yet. I don't know why, but our papers took forever.
Wow.
So I forgot about them. When he filed for me, I was in CCF in high school. I was married. I was still in Haiti.
You were married?
Yeah, my son was born. I was still in Haiti.
Wait, you gotta rewind, because I thought
forgot.
in Haiti, I thought all this stuff happened here.
No.
That's why I want to go fast to,
No.
I want to skip etage. No, let's talk about that.
No.
So
In
when did you
Haiti.
meet your husband? Give me the juice. When did you meet your husband? Tell me about that part.
So my church was having, the brothers go play soccer. So I know the football night every weekend. They do that, and then I know the sisters, we used to bring juice, fait juste citron poté pour yo. Yo fin jouer football.
Marin équipe.
Marin équipe. Marin équipe. De poté juste citron sur terrain pour frère, etc. So that was my job, to marin équipe à poté jus every weekend. And then, but my church was playing against another church not too far from us, and that's when I was doing my usual duty as marin équipe poté jus pour jouer for my brothers in my congregation. And then that's when
Congregation, so you were Jehovah's Witness?
yes.
So look at you skipped a lot of stuff.
That's
Because
when-
congregation, moun pa di congregation,
Yes,
so pa Jehovah's
congregation,
Witness.
yes.
So
that's when
apre
my-
story sa mbezo konen de Jehovah's Witness.
So that's when my husband was from the other congregation playing against my congregation.
So
Sometimes
you
they
both were
won.
Jehovah's Witness.
And
Still?
yes, still. So
Okay.
they won, and after that, I guess he said that's when, because that was the first time playing together. Both congregations, they were playing together. That was the first time, and that's when he said he saw me. He said, "Oh my God, that's a beautiful sister. Oh my God, look at her. You can there pomket." And then he said,
Brother, you saw all this?
Yes, a brother. Peter went, says he. This is because I'm gonna marry her one day.
Wow.
Then he said he tagged his best friend at that time. He said, look at her. And then what's her name? I would love to know her name because I'm gonna marry her. You just see the lady, you're gonna marry her, you even know her from nowhere. I don't know, I'm just gonna marry her. That she's mine. And then that's how I didn't know him from nowhere. So I think he came to my circle, to my group, and introduced himself. And then I said, I'm Betty, and stuff like that. And we met, and that was it. And after that, one of the brothers came to my house. Then, he was with them. He said, yeah, we'll see what the thing, blah, blah, blah. So he came to my church, visiting, visit my meetings. Suddenly he's a visitor to come to see the meetings, how they're going,
Wow.
and stuff like that. And then also he used to, he lived like not too far from Sean Moss. And
Okay.
he used to, his school was Lycée Firmin, and that was CCF. CCF was like literally across the street from Lycée Firmin. So we used to go to, when I'm going to school, I usually walk. I walk because, it was morning, the class at 7 heures du matin.
But before Timon and I
Yeah, and it wasn't that
marché.
far to your
Yeah.
marché like I'm at l'école. Most morning I marché. Après-midi, I matin marché. So the marché, so I used to pass by his house, but they connaît. Puis one morning, they say, hey, I live right here. And say, oh, hey. So they say, yeah, c'est là, passe, yeah, chaque matin, je passe, à l'école, je passe, c'était presque bon archive nationale.
Okay.
If
I
you
don't know
do,
this.
oh well, sorry for you. So, kounya la li di kon sa ke, yeah, se la mrete bay, se kon sa ke kounya li di, ok, sa li kounya la arrange, kounya la ke li passe à 6h30 yo, chaque 6h30 li tout pare, tout mettre uniforme sou li, li gen kata 9h, 10h, li sorti bonheur, quand il m'a passé 6h30, so he's always ready with his uniform, chemise, pantalon bleu sou li, so, he walk with me, and then I'm bound
That's so
fair.
sweet.
So we walk to school every morning, just chatting, talking about nonsense,
Yes.
nothing serious.
So at that now, how old were you? Like 17?
No, I'm graduate at 17. It was
Okay.
because I was something at troisième, so maybe 15.
Okay.
It was secondaire to film, maybe.
So you guys met at 15 years
yeah,
old?
14 because yeah, was
Oh,
troisième,
brother.
14. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was 14. And graduate at 17.
So you guys walk to school.
Yeah, so I know I have to. I'm working to school, but passive on a Kylie. So that's when he, the diploma was here. What is to sort it too? Again, I've been infinite. I don't know how. You always teach you
So
well.
he saw you growing up.
Yeah.
He saw all of your achievements.
Mm-hmm.
What is his feeling? This girl, 14 years old, he saw, and now to become this woman. What goes through his mind? What does he
Yeah.
say when you guys are going back? What do you guys think?
Yeah, so I always know we have a great relationship beyond the marriage. So we friends. We joke around. We joke around so much that last week, 2 weeks ago, I was talking to him on the phone. I think he was with somebody, maybe like a contractor to do some work in our house, and then I called him for something, and then he was on speaker, I guess, and then the guy thought it was like a girlfriend that he had. And then he said, "No, that's not how I feel." I said, "What?" Why is that about your girlfriend?
Wow.
Yeah, because we were talking about it. I know what I said something to him. I said, "Well, I need."
So when you're married, you're not supposed to be.
I guess because no. I was calling him. I said, "Well, I need some money from lunch." And he said, "Well, you need money from lunch. What mean, buy pitas, buy for lunch?" Of course, it's about
My
cat
brother's
coming.
like that.
My boy cat coming. And then that's the guy thought he was a girlfriend.
My brother is something else. Wow.
So that's how it started.
Yes.
And then, after that, we
So you guys had kids.
and habitude, stuff like that. And then,
So are you an early parent, early
yeah,
mother?
early parents, because after that,
What
my elder didn't want that relationship.
Tell us about that. Oui, but by notice.
So they just, I don't know why, I don't know the backstory. I still don't know till today
But
why
you know what?
they didn't
Before
want
we
it.
go that, we're gonna take a break. Because I want to know the
Please.
backstory. Guys, thank you. You are watching One-on-One with Dr. Lucida and Dr. Betty. We are talking. This one-on-one is different, as you can see, because I'm more interested in the beginning of Dr. Betty, and especially she was an early mom, she said. We didn't even know that because we didn't know she was with her husband from the time she was 14 or 16 years old. So we're going to take a break. We're going to play some stuff, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys? Thank you very much.
Welcome to iSpace 2 LLC, the ultimate creative sanctuary designed for the innovative mind. Elevate your...
Posez, pas fait tête chaud. Ou t'as cherché un compagnie sérieux pour faire le taxe pour là, dans des postes tête ou hier, et bien choix par l'autre côté. Lucida Accounting Firm. Nous avons plus que 22 ans d'expérience dans seule location. Porte nous l'ouvrir depuis le fait 9 heures pour arriver 7 heures. Consultation nous gratis. Nous avons pilote service nous bas encore. Nous faisons taxe individuelle. Taxe pour moun qui a business. Nous faisons audit pour assurance taxe. Taxe consultation. non. Dans affaires taxes, docteur Lucita se met causer. Relais pour service taxe pour la Kounia et pour nous éduquer dans le taxe. Pour joindre tout corps ou dans mes ARS sans manquer yon yota. Téléphone non c'est 770 319 91 81. Adresse nous c'est Atlanta, Georgia.
In trucking, time is money, and the last thing you need is insurance that slows you down. At AmeriTrust Insurance Group, we move fast, no loss runs needed, same-day quotes and binding, and rates that keep your wheels turning. From auto liability to cargo, bobtail, physical damage, and workers' comp, we're your one-stop shop for commercial trucking insurance. Licensed in multiple states, powered by real agents who answer the phone. No bots, no hold music. We know the road can be tough, but your insurance shouldn't be. You're not just hauling freight. You're building a business. Let's protect it. AmeriTrust Insurance Group. We don't just insure, we deliver.
I'm back. We're going to change the momentum here because we are here with Dr. Betty, the one and only Dr. Betty. Are you guys excited? Are you learning something that you have not learned before? I'm sure you are because I am. I am excited because I get to hear the tea. I didn't know she met her husband at an early age. And now she's about to share with us how everything started, because they went from walking around and now she's going to share with us everything else. So go ahead, Coach Betty.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
No, from that walking and stuff like that. So I guess, we just, became boyfriend, girlfriend. And then...
so he didn't ask you, it's just happened like that?
No, he said something, I guess at some point after maybe 1 year, 2 years, we've been working together, talking and stuff like that over the phone. And then one day he said, so kisa no ye? So
he was confused.
Yeah, he said he was confused. I said, are we still brothers and sisters or are we... So what do you think we are? I said, well, I think we're still friends. He said, we're still friends. Are you crazy?
So at that time, did you guys already kissed?
No, we can't do those things, in the congregation. You can't.
I don't know. I'm just asking. That's why we're on one-on-one.
No, you can't
I'm being educated. I don't know.
No, you can't do these things because
from congregation, you guys can hold hands.
You can hold hands. You cannot supposed to go, anything like, because of the rules of the Bible and stuff like that. So you can't do much. But because of the of everyday walks and we talked often, so he was like in his head he had something in his head himself. I said, well, what do you think if they ask you what I am for? What are you gonna say? I said, my brother. I said, no, the wrong answer. So I guess you mean we are boyfriend, girlfriend? Then that's what I say, oh, I didn't say it, you say it. I'm like, okay, so you try to put me on the spot now. So that's how the conversation went. I guess it became official. Then our elderly didn't approve the relationship. Say I was too young and,
How old was he?
My husband? He's about 6 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
But still,
So he could have went to jail.
No.
You were 14. He was 20.
Yeah, but no, I'm not 14. It wasn't, we don't know at 14. We just started at 14. But when we were officially in a relationship, it wasn't 14. At 14, we met at 14. No, we did
She's
not.
trying to save her friend.
No, we did not. We did
brother.
not go into a relationship
And
at
my
14.
brother, you were too old.
No, we met. That's when we met, around that age. But, we were not boyfriend and girlfriend at 14 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but I was maybe 16, in that age, we became official, like in Reto and stuff like that. That's when the elders say no, the elders said, no, we can't do this because, blah, blah, blah. So, and I tell them, okay, well, the elder says no, we have to, they say no, we have to stop. And they said, stop. We're not stopping. I said, yes, we are, because they said, no, we are too young. Let's wait until we grow older. We can, we all can always come back and revisit the relationship. So it didn't take it. As you can
I
see.
agree, because somebody else could have stole this baby from
Yeah,
him.
so it's like, no, we're not doing that. So we kind of moved past that situation and stayed together and got married, and in 1999.
So how old were you when you got married?
Oh my gosh,
I know, I'm
see
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry. It's just so good. I'm trying to figure out.
I was 21.
Oh, so that's great age.
No, but he was still. My dad didn't approve it. He
But
was
it was still
mad.
great age.
He was 21.
I thought you were gonna say 17, 18.
No, he was 20. I was.
So it was-
I was.
okay.
I was.
So you already college already?
Yeah,
was doing-
I already had my flight attendant certificate. I was a flight attendant with American Airlines.
So did you work under that? Would you ever worked as a flight attendant?
No, I never. I took the classes. I graduated, and it was like for me to work. There was a visa problem, so you have to have the visa to fly. They have to, but that didn't work out. So I ended up working for them as a ticketing agent.
Okay.
Back then, there was no internet that are online to book your flight. You had to go to an agency.
Okay.
A Stadel, Haiti, who book flights and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I did that for a minute. But yeah, all that was done behind me before we got married. So, but still, I got married. I got my son, and then no residence. My dad opened a file for me when I was, like I said, back in high school
Wow.
years ago, but there was nothing from the U.S. So I kept going. I was working at the bank at by then. I was, I have my home.
Wow.
We bought a home in Kwadebuke back then, so we were like living,
Okay.
working, so like at the end, remember I had to come to the U.S. at all. So I used to work. So after, I think my wedding, I went to work for BUH. I started BUH.
What is
then
that?
Banque de l'Union Haitienne.
From
From Banque de l'Union Haitienne, I
you said it's
switched.
so different, BUH.
Yeah,
Why couldn't you
BUH.
just
Okay,
tell me big?
BUH. I mean, en anglais, BUH, Banque de l'Union Haitienne. That's
Still
where I
not one-
started.
not the Creole.
So from there, je travaille là pour un an. Et puis après ça, je traversé dans Soka Bank, la Banque Sans Frontières, que je suis là pour 8 ans. C'est de là étant, moi, résidence est tombée. Papa me dit que, yeah, je vais être bon nous. Vous avez un rendez-vous en ambassade pour un rendez-vous. Ben, ça, yo. Il y a même me dit comme ça que, oh, okay. So it was for us to come, de rendez-vous en ambassade, that fait a test médical, and then interview. My dad came for that interview, so you went with us to the embassy. So that's when, but when that happened, though, you were not pour moi avec tigation, because,
Oh, wow.
when they filed for me, I wasn't married. I was like in high school.
Oh.
So because of that, they included my son, not the husband.
Oh, wow.
So they said if I don't want to come, I can wait. They can restart the process
Oh my God.
over. I said it takes like 20 years. I am not starting over. So we're gonna
You're like, babe?
I'm like, babe. So I'm gonna yeah. So we'll come visit you every month, but we're going. So that's how
Peaceful.
me and my son.
When was that? How was life here?
It was 2007. It was, like I said, we had a home in Haiti. We were living in our home, and I had a car. It was
you had good
life
life.
was good. My son was raised as a king. He used to speak French only in the Creole in our household. He speak French
Nice.
fluently.
Nice.
So I was
So you're
I was a
considered
bank
middle
manager.
class.
Bank manager in Haiti. We were like, it's not like here. We had a car every 5 years. I had
Wow.
you buy a machine neuf. Puis chaque 5 ans, you keep the car.
Wow. In Haiti? Wow.
When your car, after 5 years, you get the title. If you don't work 5 years, no, it's not yours. But if you have 5 years, you get machine pour. Then you can go and load machine encore.
That is so cool.
So very cool. So I didn't miss really, it was Haiti. We still dream of that big country, but it wasn't like I was pressing to go. I was pressuring to come here. It was like my dad just called, hey, I heard from the immigration. Finally, they said, no, we good to go. I said, oh, finally, great. Okay, what do I do?
Okay.
My job said, you sure you want to do this? Because the woman you are now will not be the
Yeah, your
same in the
status.
U.S. because their status,
Yes.
what you have now,
But they
it'll
get
be
born?
different. Of course.
But tell us about that. They getting born ou te gen?
They gonna ban, they gonna gérer, toujours
Comment
text
fait
moi
là?
dans Facebook pour qu'on y a.
Oh my God, that is
Yeah,
so
that's not
cool.
on me. A lot of people could you on Facebook to text you, messenger you. So yeah, so toujours message on Facebook, mais l'âge, etc. These people they still find a way to find you
To
on
find
social
you, because they
media.
remember Madame. So now here you are,
So-
after having this beautiful life, you have everything you want, and then now you coming to America.
Yeah, so
Or
I
you
came
here.
Yeah.
How was, tell us.
It was July 13, 2007.
Wow.
My dad was living in Atlanta, Georgia. So Vinny straight to Georgia. So I came here in Cobb County.
Wow.
So my dad used to live in Austell.
Interesting.
Il a carré toujours là, nous pas vendre ni. So il était au sel. That's why he moved from Trenton to here. He was too
Okay.
cold, getting older, and he decided to buy a home in Austell.
Okay.
Yeah, so he didn't sell his home, over there. He still have a home in Trenton. They
Oh,
just
wow.
rent it out and then buy a home here.
Oh,
in
Daddy,
Austell.
no investment. Look at
Yeah,
Daddy.
he kept the real estate. So that's how when I came straight to Austell. So I didn't have any other
Wow.
no way,
so you
other
didn't
place.
have no other way, nothing.
When I came here, though, it was me, my sister, and then my son who
Okay.
came. My little brother came later. So when we came, it was like mind blowing for me. First, we didn't speak. No, we learned a few English. I went to Haitiano. There's a school called Institut Haitiano Américain en Haiti, Maladen. Fait 2 ans à apprendre anglais. Qu'on de basic, qu'on lit, but parler, I mean,
It's not the
day,
same.
it's not the same.
same.
Although you think you speak English, yeah, it's not the same English at all. When you come, you realize you pas attendre, as somebody who live here for, or qui can visit, venir, va et vient, etc. So it was a little difficult for us, for me, for my son, to really understand how things are going and stuff like that. So when I came, I said to my dad, well, besoin adresse, besoin qui banque qui boy ici, because I came from banking for 8 years. I'm a bank manager, so I want just to continue. And I thought, you want to do what? I said, I want to continue. I said, I have, my accounting degree. I have an associate degree in accounting. I have a big experience. I have all my paperwork. So I have, I got references.
I'm ready.
So I said, I need just a bank to just jump in and continue my journey. He said, oh, no. It's not the way it works over here. It's different. He said, here, you parle anglais. You're a black woman. He said, to survive, you have to be a nurse. Okay, so you have to go to nursing school, my baby girl, and then you're gonna become a nurse. That's how you're going to succeed.
Wow.
Forget about the corporate bank or palien. There is no bank will not give you their keys to manage no bank in here.
Especially with an accent.
With an accent,
yes.
just the language. Who's gonna give you a bank to manage? But you crazy or something? Not
Wow.
here. Forget that banking thing over there.
So
like,
I'm gonna ask
oh
a
my
question.
gosh.
Did he have the opportunity to see you as a banker before he passed?
Oh yeah, before he passed, yes, I was already a bank manager before he passed.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
How was that for him?
Oh, he was
'Cause to
like,
see-
no,
to
he
see
was
what he thought.
very proud. It was part of all of us because, coming from humble beginnings, him, to see us, all his 4 children become, something like proud citizens. He has a cardiologist, like a médecin. He go, and I have my doctorate too, my MBA. So he's part of my brother too. He has an MBA. This son sells, very, very sharp young man, very articulate, wealthy. So he's part of what we accomplished.
Wow.
Before he passed, he had to see all of that. He saw my 2 sons. He saw my brother has 1 son then. So he saw his grandson.
He saw his
Yeah.
legacy. So
He
now,
did
before
before he
we go
passed.
into all this legacy, what about your humble beginning here in Atlanta. Was it easy?
Oh, no, it wasn't
Tell us a
easy.
little bit about it.
Yeah, because my dad convinced me to go to nursing school. So I was a
You
nurse
did-
for a minute. I went to nursing school. Yes, I enrolled.
No way, Betty.
Yes, I enrolled to Chattahoochee
I don't
Tech.
see that.
Yes, I mean, Chattahoochee Tech, that was my first school. At first, I went to ESL in South Cobb Drive, go ESL class line on Barber Road, and I still go there. Now I'm a volunteer. I go there to speak with the newcomers.
Only on one-on-one. You see why we create
Yes.
one-on-one?
Yes, now I
We
go
create
there.
one-on-one because these humble beginnings, people don't know these
Yes,
things.
so I go there to tell them I was in your shoes in your same seat one day, and today I can.
And now
come.
you're going back as Dr. Betty.
Yes, and so
How
that's what
humble is that?
They call me all
how
the time.
Comfortable. How do you feel
They
going
call
there?
me all the time to come to speak to the new immigrants, just to give them hope that they one day too they can
That's
you
to
know
feel good,
speak.
Betty.
It is, and I mean, you don't have to have $1 million to see the impact you are making. Small things like
Yes,
that are very impactful. So definitely, I went to ESL. I spent 1 year at ESL school in Barber Road in South Cobb Drive. And after I graduated there, I said, "Ooh, I speak English now. I'm good." I thought I knew something. But after that, I went to Chattahoochee Tech, and from there, I went to nursing. They had there the first cohort of RN, because it used to be LPN school, but they were trying that 2-year RN degree. That was the first cohort, 2008. So I joined that cohort in Chattahoochee Tech.
Nice.
Yeah, so the first year, of course, was medical terminology, with up to basic year. So I survived the first year in nursing. In RN, it was a 2-year program. So after that, I mean, with that 1 year, I was able to work as a CNA. I didn't have a CNA. I didn't go to CNA school, but because of the year in Chattahoochee Tech, nursing student, I was able to certify to work as a CNA. While we are going to the second phase, which is like clinicals. So that's when I was not happy with. I hated it. I hated the blood. I hated the needle. The terminology I was studying, I was memorizing. It was boring to me. I hated every single day of the school. So it was torture for me, but I had to do it so I could be successful. But I was still.
That's what your dad said.
Yes, exactly. He
Yeah.
said, that's nursing, make a lot of money. You have to be a nurse. I said, well, okay, I'm going to be the nurse. But I was always looking online. I was applying at WAMU. It was WAMU back then, here in
Okay.
Georgia, Washington
Washington
Mutual.
Mutual Bank. I remember that.
Wachovia.
That was my bank.
I applied there, but no response, nothing. And then one day I went to Wachovia to cash a check. I got paid from one of my, jobs as a student. And it was Wachovia Bank on Floyd Road. I went to cash that PD check, and I got paid. And then in the line, there was a teller. They have their name tag displayed in the window. The name say Marie Baptiste. Oh, that's Haitian. Their name screams Haitian 2000%. I'm like, oh, Marie Baptiste. No, there's no way. So the other teller buzz called me, said, I'm going to go to her. I'm waiting for her. So I'm returning from Mary. Today I talk to her. She moved for Jersey, transferred to
Wow,
Atlanta.
we do this on one-on-one. That's something we do on one-on-one. If somebody's been meaningful in your life, or they have something that, there's a part of your heart with them. Look at the camera. Tell them something. What would you like to tell?
Oh, Marie Baptiste, very grateful for you. You don't know what you did. You transformed me into the woman I am today. Without her help, I don't know if I would be where I'm at today. I don't know that. Because
Marie Baptiste, thank
she
you.
didn't know me. Like I said, I was in line as a client to cash a check. And I saw her name. And I said, I'm going to wait for her. She had a client, but I waited. People behind me went on. I said, I'm going to wait. I want that teller.
Wow.
So when I get to her window, I say, hey, I'm Haitian. Haitian. She said, yes, Haitian. I said, okay. Nobody's calling me. Come, like, can you help me? Mind you, don't know me from nowhere,
yes.
And then she said, okay, experience. I said, well, I was a big manager in my country. I have my credentials. I just did something. I just need to be in. She said, let me talk to my manager. My manager, she is very cool. His name is Michael. Let me call it a white guy, Michael, short, chunky, but it was very nice. Let me introduce you to my manager, and then you can take it from there, give him your resume, and then we're going to see what we can do. I know they're hiring right now. Let me see what we can do. And then she put a next seller aside, and there was no line, too. She walked away with me to the office, introduced me to the, like in a few seconds conversation. I don't know, never just spoke before. I didn't see the lady. I didn't know her. I don't know if it was the God, maybe, but she just trusts me to put her name to work for me, like work for me instantly.
That is awesome.
And then she said,
but you know what it is too? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is because how many human beings would do what you did? To went to cash a check, but to still have that mental capacity to say, let me see if this person can vouch for me. That's the confidence in you, that's because you know where you want to be. So it's not many of us like that. We almost always afraid to ask for help because it shows a weakness of us. But for you to have that strength to do that, that speaks volume of you too. Not just Marie. Marie, yes, you did some work, but that courage right there. So you need to remember that.
yes,
Go
I
ahead.
agree. So Marie introduced me to her manager, Michael, and we still talk to this day. And Michael said, okay, I could barely understand him. My English was limited. He said, we're hiring. And so definitely go online, apply here, apply there. This is the teller. We have a teller open. Do you want a teller? Do you mind? I said, well, I don't really mind. I can do it again. I said, I was a teller, banker, supervisor, and manager. I can do it all over again. I don't mind. Once I'm in, I know I can go back to the top.
So you just love banking. Banking is your thing. It's
I
your
did it for
calling.
8-9 years in Haiti, so I'm like, I love it, so I wanted to continue. So I said, I don't care whatever role you gave me, I will take it and really climb back
dedication.
up.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, so we have 20-hour teller position open, as you can apply. I apply, I got an interview, and I got the job.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I still have my letter. I should brought my letter for you to
Yes,
see.
we're going to put it under the live
Okay.
for the people to see it.
I can
yes,
email
we
it
can
to
share
you.
it. We take the name. We
Yes.
can read it. We'll do that.
Wachovia, I say congratulations, you are a 20-hour part-time teller, Wachovia Bank, in
Wow.
2000.
So that was your first job
Not
after
my first job.
I mean, coming to America.
I mean, I had other jobs, part-time job. I was at Macy's, the hospital, nursing home.
You
know
did
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of little things, but
Yeah.
your first fulfilling
Correct.
work.
Correct.
Because I don't know if you noticed, we've already been here for an hour.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
your your story, we haven't even got to the good side
The
of
good
you.
side, yeah.
So now let's go a little bit further. So now you got the job. How long were you with Wachovia? Let's speed it up a little bit because we want to talk more. Because I know you're an author, you're a publisher. So if for us to get to your one-on-one, it looks it has to be like a two-part one-on-one.
Yes, 2 parts.
Yeah, because there's so much. So tell us. Let's streamline it a little so we can
Okay.
get the people to see a little bit about Betty.
So fast forward, I took the job. My dad was mad. Are you crazy? You have to be a nurse. You're gonna drop everything to do this. I said, yep. So I quit everything. I quit Chattahoochee. So that's because you cannot work when you're the second year. I couldn't work. It has to be full time for clinicals. So no work that second year. So no. So I got that part time job. My dad was mad. He didn't approve it, but I still did it. So I took the job, became part time teller, get promoted full time teller real quick, became a banker, became licensed banker, and after that become assistant manager, became manager, and became regional. So and then I stayed.
What are you now? Because you never tell us.
After in 2010, Wachovia was merged with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, bought Wachovia. The name was changed to Wells Fargo. So we became Wells Fargo October 2010. We became Wells Fargo in Atlanta, Georgia. So I was then an assistant manager. In 2012, I became a manager. Was Wells Fargo then, and then I left Wells Fargo. I stayed with them for 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
For 15 years. Since I left Wells Fargo, and then I left, but not because of anything. It's just because one of my district managers left first, and then he went to Regions Bank, and then from there he had a position. He said, yeah, I know I have a branch. I think you can handle that branch. The branch is not working properly. I need somebody strong who can lead the branch. And then I said, he called me. I said, okay, are you going to pay me more? He said, yeah, I'm going to double your pay. I said, wait, take
Wow.
me. That's how I transitioned really from a phone call to Wells Fargo to Regions Bank. So worked there for like 4 years
As a branch
As a
manager.
branch manager. And then after that, I got a phone call from another bank from my LinkedIn profile now. That was on LinkedIn. Recruiter contacted me. Said, you're managing that bank in Roswell. I said, yeah. But they were about to open a branch the same street. They said, we don't want you as our competitor. We want you to manage our bank instead of the Regions Bank. Like, what? And that's how I transitioned from Regions Bank, to JP Morgan Chase.
Yay.
Where I managed them to, so now, and then from there I transitioned to commercial banking. We actually now to help businesses. First, I was doing coaching for businesses who are in business for 2 years old. You have to be in business for 2 years, making $100,000 minimum a year.
Okay.
That's a requirement to work with a commercial banker to help to coach you, explain the process of getting funding, and help you grow your business. So then we do coaching. We do 10 clients every 3 months. So I had to really see 40 clients a year. So we have 40 mentees, pretty much 10 mentees per quarter, where we work with them, explain the financials, help them understand what's going on, what's not working. But some people have $1 million but don't know how to read their balance sheet, to know how to do like a financial statement for their business,
Profit
don't know
and
how to build their
loss,
business
income
credit,
statements,
don't
they
know
don't know.
anything about funding, don't know
They just know how
what
to
their
make the
business
money.
go exactly.
Yeah.
So we came in to help bridge that gap of knowledge to educate the business owners on how to properly build their business from ground up.
I need to come for a
So,
meeting.
no, need that. So that's really what's called a business coach
Okay.
for JP Morgan.
So that's how that name come about.
That's the title.
Yes.
It's a senior business consultant.
Okay. So that's what you are now.
So I am now,
Okay.
working on different other things.
So you're making
of
big
course.
money.
Making big money, as you call it. So definitely, that's again, it all comes from Marie Baptiste's gesture to refer me to the 20-hour part-time teller at Wachovia Bank back in 2008 in Floydwood.
That is crazy. That is amazing. So from starting from Haiti, but you know why this is important is because a lot of people think when they're in Haiti, whatever they learn in Haiti is not good to come and finish in America. And it doesn't matter where you are. Education is education. You can transfer that knowledge anywhere. So to start from there and to be able to transition in a matter of what? 2008? We're in 2025. So it didn't even take you 20 years. Now you are a business coach managing $1 million companies and your English is fluent. And there's some people that comes the same time with you and they're still learning how to speak English. So that's just talked about when you want something, when you want to have a lifestyle, when you know where you want to go. Language is not the barrier. People is not the barrier. I always tell people the problem that we have is self, right? Because we always tell ourselves that we can't do this, we can't do that. We never try to grow. Our mindset is what stopped us from
true.
achieving a lot of things in life. And I am sitting here and I want to say I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to be able to call you a friend because I know we don't talk a lot. That's your doing. But we have that friendship where we can count on each other. We can depend on each other. And I know if I need something, you are there. And you do that for a lot of people. I know you have nonprofit organizations. I know you have books that you've written. Tell us a little bit about everything else that you've done beside your phenomenal position as a business coach person. Now tell us
Well-
about all the rest of the beautiful things that you do.
Well, I would say my other side is the professor side of me, which I mean, I didn't know I could even teach anybody because it happened when I was in grad school. I was doing my master's degree, and I had a professor. He's from Nigeria. And he was my professor. He was my accounting professor. So, but he was very sharp, very bright, very smart man. And in the class, I guess one day he gave us it was a surprise test in the class, and then everybody had maybe minus in the exam, so everybody failed. So I thought I was the one who had like 112 because he gave us a bonus question, 12 points worth. So I scored 100 plus the 12 points he gave. So he was so impressed. Oh my God, said something is in you. You are different. So since then he had his eye on me, and kind of we talk, and he kind of like wanted to be my mentor. So and then after I was done with grad school, I graduated, from Ohio University for my master's degree in finance. And he contacted me. He said, "Do you mind teaching?" I'm like, teaching? I need to have a doctorate degree to still teach. I just have my master's. I want to go, at the time I wanted to go to Capella to get my doctorate degree. And he said, yeah, you don't need to have a doctorate to teach. I mean, part-time. You can be an adjunct teacher part-time. And then I can, you can still teach part-time. I said, I didn't know that. He said, yeah. If you're interested, we can make it happen. I said, well, I don't know where, where will I teach? He said, well, I'm a dean of, I'm like, what's a, yeah.
You're a dean? Okay.
So I'm a dean at DeVry University. So I'm in Atlanta. Yes, University. I'm in Atlanta. Come see me, and then I have an opening for you. That's how I got
into being a professor.
And I've been teaching. Then we have on live class where they call it on live, where they have students in campus in Decatur, and the most of the people they're online. They call it on live. So I've been teaching since then. Never look back. We did
how many years
business
now?
management. 10? It's been 9, not 10. Yeah,
okay.
9 years. So part time again. Now with my doctorate I can do full time. But full time would require me to work more.
And then you're going to become tenured, and now we can call you, doctor, professor.
Yes, exactly.
All this accolade behind your name.
I didn't see this in me. That was something that he saw. He believed in me. And then the reviews, because I deal with adult students, like some of them are military, some of them are managers at Walmart. I've met people who manage big businesses. They are business owners, or they are managers, professionals, leaders, senior leadership. They want to take class on businesses. So I've met so many people by teaching over there. So the reviews, the impact, something about the way I explain things kind of hit them. So we had great reviews. People always trying to book me when they're looking for business class. They're looking for Professor Fortunat. So they're looking for me when they're looking for class to book, because they tell whose teacher which was the hardest teacher not to take this teacher. No, they talk among themselves. When you go to school, they say, how is this teacher? You took her before?
Wow.
So they know exactly. So that's how my class is always full, because they know they're going to get the best experience. I don't necessarily teach them the theory. We go deep in practice, and I teach them what even decided on their curriculum. So I give them a real life experience scenarios and how to really build something meaningful.
Now let's talk about the author.
The author side of me came because I told you about at the beginning, I was born at noon, 12:03, at the midpoint of the sun of the mid. So the last show in August 100 degrees.
August what?
Something else. So, so meaning that we are attempt a lot of stuff. So when I came here, before I even went back to school, I went back to Haiti Tech business course, because I dropped the nursing like 13 months later, and then I re-enrolled in business management. So then after that I became a notary. I found all little things I can have under my belt to help me survive. So I did that, and I did real estate license. I'm a realtor. I got my real estate license 13 years ago. I renewed this license three times now. It's 4 years to renew. So I've been renewed for the third time last year. So that's 13 years this year. So as a realtor, I had clients, to help investors precisely. So I've seen how they flip homes and how they make big money, like really quickly. I was, I can do that too. So that's when I really invest. I bought my first investment home in Lakewood, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. I bought my first home there for $40,000 cash.
Wow.
And then I was trying to flip that home but instead I was flipped. So the contractor stole my money, stole $17,000. We have money, yes. And then I was devastated. I mean, I lost that $70,000 plus the mortgage payment I was making on the home. That was a hard lesson learned without having the right support. So I said, you know what, I'm going to write a book to teach other people how to protect themselves from thieves in Atlanta trying to flip home, because flipping was hot back then. The market crashed, homes were cheap, so that's why I was really heavily involved in investing in real estate in particular. And I got hit. And it was like a well-dressed man who took my money. So I wrote that my first book because of that rage of losing. I thought I was smart, brilliant, and to let this fool take my money just like that. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to really share that experience with the world.
Yeah, you didn't want somebody else to
get trapped
yes.
like that. That's why I wrote Before You Flip, because I was flipped, literally. And
do you have that book here with us?
no, I don't have it with me, but yeah, it's on Amazon.
So we'll post it under the live as well for you guys.
Yeah.
So anybody that, before you get into flipping houses, make sure to read that book, because it's a good read, because again, she got flipped and while she was trying to flip houses.
That's when I would Before You Flip. And that's how my journey is. I didn't know I was a writer. So I was, writing day and night and hired somebody to help me with the book and stuff. I paid thousands of dollars to publish this book. And I said, oh my God. And then the next time I said, I'm going to try to do it myself. So then I published my second book, my third book, my fourth book. And I started to help people do the same.
So how many books you have now?
So now I have 8.
You in 8 books?
Personal 8 books.
So all of them are on Amazon now?
Correct. The latest one.
Yes, let's talk about the latest one.
The latest one is right here.
Let's see. Can we try to get it closer?
A closer look.
Compas.
Direct, 70 ans, l'écho des 70 femmes étoilées. C'est sorti en 26 juillet 2025. Année ça, qui était marqué 70 ans compas. Nous avons écrit ça pour nous honorer 70 femmes qui font écho extraordinaire dans compas. Voilà, c'est dans la logique ça que le livre ça a écrit, c'est le dernier. Nous avons 2 qui sorti année ça pour nous fermer année. On a gagné Menopause, qui sorti 18 octobre, parce que 18 octobre, c'est World Menopause Day. That's why we chose, Manushka and I chose that day to release that book. It's already ready, but we just wanted to be released October 18th. And I have the wedding, 25 years of wedding.
Oh my God.
December 25th. So these 2 gonna close the year, and then we have other books lined up for next year.
25 years. Wait, wale sou sa trop vite. So 25
That was
year
last
anniversary.
Year. Yeah.
Wow. So ça veut dire for people that you have people on that book that's been married
25
for 25
years.
Or more, or just
Or more. I have people 40 years. I have people 30 years. I have 28.
I want to know their secret. How they stay married for so long?
Yeah, it's compromise, and then knowing. I mean, they have
So
different
much
experiences, definitely. So it's
that's
really
gonna
an
be a good
interesting,
read.
a good read. So I kind of do. And I think more. I mean, after I had the experience in anthology with my doctorate degree, I fell in love with that concept. I never did that before. I used to publish personal books, but when I was going through my doctorate degree, they did an anthology with us, where we all
And that's how we
collaborate.
have one, right? Don't we have an anthology book
Yes,
together?
that's why we did that. Fortunately Farm. We did my first personal one, Fortunately Farm, and I did one with the Haiti Gen Petit in Creole, and then also that's an anthology too. The marriage book, it's the same concept. We did with 25 couples who have been married for 25 years. So I like this. I like the collaboration aspect of it. So I will have more anthologies coming up, because I just love to collaborate with other people. And I have one coming up in March called Femme Padra with 10 women,
So you've
Haitian
been
women.
busy.
Yes, we halfway through this book. So
I'm a Haitian woman. Why was
10.
Why am I?
These are the women on the clapper. they are clappers.
They're clappers. So
Yeah.
you are big in that. So
Yes.
you'd like to share a little bit why you're so involved in clappers beside the other social medias? Because I know that's something that's dear to your heart, because we used to see you on Facebook, we used to see you on IG and all the other ones, but it seems like you disappeared. So Tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
that. Why
Clapper.
clappers?
Clapper stole my heart. I think in December last year, I joined Clapper, and I think they just celebrated their 5 years of existence, and but when I joined them in December, they were still 4 years old, right? But they're still, I think they are more personable to me. When we join, somebody welcome you. Like what? I thought it was like a scam or something, but they really welcome you. They pay attention to what you post, and you have to choose a niche. You can just like Facebook post everything on Facebook. On Clapper, you have to choose what you want to post. If you want to post about author business books, you're gonna post about books. If you want to be like an account, you have to choose your niche. That's a requirement. So I like that it forces me to really pick a niche. I picked author, of course. That's what I'm known for there. So and then they invited me to host their Black History Month event in February this year. It was a great live where we represent Haiti proudly. We had over 2,000 or 3,000 people live on, really discussing how Haiti impacts Black History Month as a country, as a population, as really the first Black independent nation. So I was proud to be the host of that event, and they allow me to do that. And they still, call me or contact me to get me involved in things they are doing. Not just me, a lot of people. So they're really community driven. Like Facebook and TikTok, they are too big to see the little users that we are. So I don't even know nobody on Facebook. You just post people you like. I like share what that's it. But on Clapper, not only that, the owners, the Clapper family, they reach out to you, they involve you in the process. So I think I like that personal touch. That's really why I'm more involved there, and I'm doing very well with Clapper.
I like
Love
that.
it.
And I know you're
And
a
that's why we're
publisher.
doing
I
the
know-
book now. We're doing the book from Paradise with Clapper ladies,
Yes.
and they are sponsoring the project to show you. So
Nice.
I could never do a book on Facebook. Ask Facebook to sponsor me. I don't even know how
They
to
don't
buy
even know
Facebook.
you.
Who I'm gonna call on Facebook, say, can you sponsor this project? You know what I
Yes.
mean? So they are too big. You know what I mean? But at the Clapper, definitely is a big sponsor. They want to see as women, as Black Haitian women. They want to back us up. So that's priceless. It's just the social
love
media takes a new family, new support, new way of understanding.
And it's more tangible
what we post.
versus
Correct.
Facebook. Facebook is more, it's diluted, right? You post something, people see it, but yet they're not reacting. But in Clappers, it feels like people become more familiarized with the
Correct.
content.
Correct.
And they react more than Facebook. So
Yeah, not just the users, to the owners.
The
That's
owners.
what really caught my attention, because you can post something, your friends like it, which is normal. But when you see Clapper itself contacted you, hey, you post this, I'm interested in helping you, push this, or I want you to know more. Can I help you? Can I offer a prize?
Wow.
That's different.
That's different.
I don't see this anywhere else.
oh, Betty. Oh my gosh. You have so much. I can peel so much from you. But, everything that's good must come to an end. But we have few questions that we always ask our phenomenal guests before they leave. And the first question is, what is the definition of success to you?
Success, it can be defined so many ways. Depends on your angle, how you see life. Success to me is really leave something behind, because in success you can see clearly successors, right? So if you are being successful right now, whatever you call success, making money or have big degrees, a big job, big house, I mentioned, that's not success. If your kids cannot replace you, if your kids are not out doing what you do, that's not success to me. Success is really planting your seed to really grow and really outshine what you call success today. That's what I call success. So I want my kids, like my youngest son is releasing his book on his birthday this year. He's 10. So that's what I call success. It's not, what I'm doing, it's not success to me. So when I see my oldest son getting his license, Series 67, 66, being a financial advisor, that's
Financial
success to
advisor.
me. That's what I call success. It's transferring that knowledge, experience to your next generation because
Wow.
we are going, we are leaving.
That's
They are
powerful.
coming. The success is really what you do, what you know, and transfer it the right way. So tomorrow, when I'm no longer, this fortune that will still shine.
That was my next question. My next question was, if you're no longer with us, what would you like? If you couldn't take anything, what would you like to take with you? Like one thing you could take with you.
I can
Just
think.
one. If you couldn't take anything else, but there was one thing you could take, what would it be?
One thing as far as
Whatever.
anything, if I can take
Anything.
one thing with me, it would be Fortunately Fam, Inc. Because I love the impact, I love the transformation, I love the work that we do every single day. Because
You didn't get to talk about that.
we didn't get to talk about it, but I feel like, the way these organizations came to life, what people thought was a social group became a non-profit organization, registered in 3 states, making
Wow.
huge impact. So we do things where I've seen people call me or come to me because we have our monthly coaching seminars where we have a topic every month, which we still do. So we have seen where people come blind in some subject on their business, personal life, when they leave really enlightening. So that's to me magical, and I think that there is no other things that makes me more happy, fulfill me more than anything else.
Wow.
So definitely, I think that's something I would love to see it continue in my second, third lives to see the impact continues because I feel like everyone has a fortune inside, have something that they don't know. They need to really sometimes need the help of somebody else to help them dig deep and find it. So that's what I would take with me, so I can take it to wherever I'm in the sky and the heaven, wherever it is in the paradise, to continue the legacy, to continue to impact, to make everyone become their own fortune.
Wow, wow. To get everyone to become their own fortune. That is, I mean, you are a phenomenal person.
Thank you.
And all I can say is, listening to you, and I'm just going to my mind, I'm like, do you have any regrets at all? We're
I
gonna leave
do.
with that.
I do. I do have some regrets. I do have some people that, I feel like, I could help, but for some reason block the help. I feel like I got some opportunities that I came across recently that some names crossed my mind. I'm saying, oh my God, this person could have been great to take on this project. But because of some whatever, I feel like, I'm not, reaching out to whatever reasons. I feel like it's a regret of not, I regret the unite, we don't have the union, the collaborations as a community. So I regret that we're not smart enough to realize that we need each other, regardless of how powerful you think you are, how grandiose you think you are, how popular you think you are. We all need somebody. We all need each other. We need, like on dit dans notre pays, we need the plus petit que soi. Because I need you, you need me equally. So I think that that's one regret, that I cannot help as many people as I can. And some people don't help you help them. Some people block on their own blessings. That's my only regret. I wish that I could be able to help everyone, but unfortunately, we can't do that. So that's my only regret.
On that note, Guy, that's why we create one-on-one. We create one-on-one because we want everybody's legacy to stay. We're creating an archive because now whenever you go to YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, you type Dr. Betty or Betty Fortunat, you'll see some work that she's doing. And I'm sure there's a lot more we didn't get to peel from this conversation, but I'm sure we're going to have another time again. What do you think, Dr. Betty?
Absolutely, absolutely. Anytime in Atlanta. Yes, anytime you want to know one need me for the second version of the story, we'll definitely be happy, be
Because we
honored
didn't get to talk about
do
when
that.
Ansley get into the United States, how life was. We didn't talk about, her kids, certain things that they are doing. There's so much we could have, but we know
Yeah.
the time might come to an end. And we want to say thank you. Any
Thank you.
advice for one-on-one before you leave?
But I will say thank you to you for inviting me and to share a piece of me, because not everyone knows, anything about Betty. They see Betty like the bubbly Betty that they used to see on Facebook now disappear. Don't see her no more. No wondering what happened to her. Is she alive? Is she okay? Yes, girl, I'm okay, doing better than ever. But I think that I want to give you that opportunity for them to see me, because if it wasn't for you, I mean, I don't plan on coming on Facebook this year at all. So I think that they give that community in more global that chance to hear part of my story. It's not even half of what I have, inside, but definitely this one-on-one session gives everyone a chance to hear what Betty is about. Maybe that's just the B. The E, TTY will come later. That's just the B part of me. But it
Okay.
gives them like
A little
sniff.
taste.
Exactly,
Little
it's taste of what Betty is about. And more to come. But it was an
Wow.
honor to be here. Keep up the good work. Definitely fantastic work. I love to see the growth of one-on-one and how you are really evolving from that one little show to something big,
Oh my God.
something truly impactful. So keep up the good work, and I can
This
see
one
more.
is impactful. I love this so much. You don't understand, because I get
Thank
to
you,
get a
thank
piece
you.
of everybody.
Yes.
Because what I realize in our community, we all crossing each other's path, but none of us really know each other. And one-on-one is created because it's like, I've seen Betty, but do I know Betty's story? Do I know Betty got something that she's going through? Just by looking at her, you can identify that. Did you know that Betty is this, Betty is that? But we don't do that. We're too busy doing other things than to really get to know each other, to build a stronger community. So for me, this is it's an impactful show for me, because it's not just about the Haitian community. I'm branching out to Jamaican, to Trinidadian, it's everybody has a story. And now when I sit home, I put the stories on, and it just make me smile. I'm like, oh, that's what they said. I didn't hear that. So it's fantastic for me. So and
But I have one wish though for
Yes.
one-on-one. One thing I would love to do one day, and when maybe on March next year, if you have room on the calendar, I would love to host one-on-one, having you as the guest. And I say it publicly live, where we can have a piece of Dr. Lucida. And yours
maybe for
truly
my 1 year
will
anniversary.
be the host to have her on one-on-one, give her a taste of her own medicine. What about that?
Well, I'm open to it, and a lot of you don't realize you are getting a piece of me whenever I do the one-on-one. I share my stories through your story, and if you're paying attention, you will see that it's a little bit of me that's peeling and pouring into your story. For instance, when you say you play the violin, I was able to understand that because I'm a violinist, you see? So you're getting a little bit of me, little at a time.
Well,
by
we need
watching
the
one-on-one.
full scoop, not just a little. No.
Well, guys, I think we kept you for 2 hours. Yes, Betty, before she came in, she said, Lucy, that's 1 hour. We're not going to do, but we did 1 hour and 30 minutes. We want to say thank you to all of you for staying. We had at one point 450 people on the live watching Dr. Betty and Dr. Lucida. We're going to see you in our next one-on-one. See you next time.